Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Brought to you today by the app called Flick, which is free to download. Download it right now, right? Because we are about to do a new competition on there where we're going to be giving away the Arsenal home kit, which, by the way, is the best-selling kit of any Premier League team, official #1 selling kit in the UK. What does that tell you about Arsenal, right? But we're going to be giving away the Arsenal home kit, the Arsenal away kit, which is this one, and also the Arsenal third kit, right? So the only way you can enter that for free is you have to be on the app, right? So if you haven't already downloaded it, the link is in the description. Download it now for free. You got nothing to lose, and you could win those free shirts and also get involved in all the chat. We're starting a brand new transfer update that's going to be starting from tomorrow, so look out for that as well. That's going to be me on there with live updates of what is happening every evening. So make sure you download the app so that you've got that resource. And of course, really happy today, waking up this morning with a smile on my face, because that was a very good performance last night by Arsenal, going to Leicester, a place that we've got a very poor record at. Much changed Arsenal team, a much changed Leicester team as well, but still two pretty strong teams out there, even with the changes. And a thoroughly good performance by Arsenal. 2-0 win. I thought Eddie Nketiah, yet again, played really well, getting that all-important second goal right at the end of the game to win it. He's on great form at the moment. That's now, 2 goals in his last 2 appearances for Arsenal. Just before that, when he was playing for the England under-21s, he scored a hat-trick in one game and a goal in the other, captaining them. Big smile on his face there because he's playing really well. And, I thought he put in a very good performance. Saka, I thought, was absolutely brilliant last night. I said it when we was doing the live stream. For me, the most underrated young player in the UK right now. They talk a lot about Foden. They talk a lot about Greenwood. They should talk about those guys because they're very good players. But I never hear mentions enough from fans, apart from Arsenal fans, about Saka. And this kid is an amazing player. I'm telling you, he was so good last night. They just couldn't deal with him. And I thought Reiss Nelson last night, a really strong performance by Reiss Nelson. Played very well, started the game very well. He had that curling shot that was tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper, and I thought he put in a very strong performance. What's going to happen with Reiss Nelson, because he's been linked with a move away on loan. There's a lot of talk that he could go out on loan, with Crystal Palace being spoken about as a place that he could go on loan. I hope that he can end up staying and really fight for his place, because, if he puts in performances like that, like he did last night, he's got a chance. Obviously a bit rusty, hasn't really played many games. But what I liked about him is that we've always known he's a very skillful player, but he was much more aggressive in his play last night. And that's always something I've been thinking. He needs to be a bit more aggressive, a little bit soft sometimes, but he wasn't last night. And that was a really encouraging performance. Well, will he, though, still be at Arsenal come the end of the transfer window, or will they send him out on loan? Going to be really interesting to see. Mohamed Elneny, again, another good performance by him. He picked up a yellow card early in the game, but that didn't get him down, didn't lower his spirits. Still played really, really well. Still, for me, was the linchpin in that midfield, and it was a very good performance by him. Another one. Do we keep hold of him? Very significant that he played. I thought that we might play Xhaka and him, but I think the manager trusts in him so much that he was like, no, I'll rest Xhaka. I know that Elneny can hold that midfield, and he did very, very well in that sort of holding midfield position, receiving the ball off the back four. Now, what do we do? Do we keep hold of Elneny? He's been linked with a move away to Turkey. I reported it yesterday that there's been reports that his agent's been over in Turkey talking to a couple of the teams over there in Galatasaray and Trabzonspor about a possible move. But as a squad player, do you really want to, if he's putting in performances like this under Mikel Arteta? Because definitely he looks to me like a player reborn under Mikel Arteta. I don't know what you guys think. And if he's going to be putting in performances like that, it doesn't make no sense really for us to get rid of him. I think maybe we keep hold of him, a very experienced player as well. So let's see what happens with Elneny. It's still a couple of weeks to go until the transfer window closes, but he's starting to prove to be a very important squad player under Mikel Arteta. Players, though, those are some of the players that did well, but there were players missing. Guendouzi, of course, was one, not even in the squad. Tells you all you need to know about the position of Matteo Guendouzi at the moment. We were told the slate's going to be wiped clean. Chance for everybody, forget about what happened last year, but he's still not figuring at all. There were talks earlier on in the week that he put in a transfer request, which was then denied. But surely, he's on his way out. If they can find someone to buy him, that is. Because at the moment, there doesn't seem to be any team, clambering to try and sign Guendouzi. Guendouzi, of course, would be a sort of player that Arsenal will be hoping to be picking up in excess of £30 million for. But at the moment, there's nobody coming in for him. Will anybody come in for him before the end of the transfer window? We know that this is a different type of transfer window where clubs are not looking to spend a lot of money. They're looking at loans, etc. But Guendouzi, listen, he's definitely out of the picture at Arsenal at the moment, not even in the squad for the Carabao Cup. And then, of course, Mesut Ozil, again, frozen out, not even in the squad. Not even in the squad. Jeez. I thought to myself, I'm going to keep an eye on this. If he's not in the squad, £350,000 a week, and he doesn't make the squad, come on. There's no point in him being there if you can't make a Carabao Cup squad. And Arteta was asked about Ozil after the game, and his quotes were, you can see that the players that we are changing and using every week, that it is very difficult, not just for Mesut Ozil, but for the rest of the players, for some to make the squad. Every week we try to pick the right players. Not really, going deep into why he didn't pick him. I mean, he's suggesting there that, at the moment, he's not good enough to get in the squad. But come on, not good enough to get in the squad, Mesut Ozil? There's something much deeper going on here. Is it to do with the fact that he didn't take that wage cut? That, maybe the owners are still very angry of him and frozen him out? Is it the comments that he made that time regarding the Uyghur Muslims in China that upset the club, when he came out in support of them? Is that something that upset the club? Is it just the fact that they just are trying their hardest to get rid of him because of the high wages he's on? But then if he's not playing, how are you going to get rid of him? Surely if Mesut Ozil plays, puts in a couple of good performances in, say, a Carabao Cup game, a couple of great assists and stuff like that, then maybe there'll be clubs out there interested in taking him on loan or interested in buying him. It just really is a weird one to figure out. My personal opinion, and this is only my personal opinion, nothing, nobody else's, my personal opinion, and this is without me knowing, obviously, what's going on behind the scenes. It just seems to me that they're angry with him because of some of the things that's happened. And as I said, the wage cut thing, the China thing, I think those things have angered people high up, and they're just like saying to Arteta, nah, don't play him. That's how I feel about it, because not even on the bench. Come on. That doesn't make sense to me. We're doing a poll on it today on Flick. What do you guys make of the situation? Do you think he's being treated unfairly? Yes or no? Or do you just think to yourself, like Arteta said at the moment, he ain't good enough to get in the squad? You're not good enough at the moment. We don't just want assists. We want work rate. You saw how hard that midfield worked last night. We want work rate. We want all of those things. And if you're not going to do that, you're not going to be in a team. Simple as. We don't care whether you're Mesut Ozil or not. And I suppose if that's the way they're doing it, that would be the right attitude to adopt. But what do you guys think? Or do you think something a bit more sinister is going on behind the scenes? Let me know. Just jump on the app. The link is in the description. Free to download on Flick. What about Lucas Torreira? Of course, he was also missing. No Torreira in that squad either. What does that tell you? We know about the links. Linking in with a move to Atletico Madrid. There was a lot of talk yesterday that personal terms have been agreed between Torreira and Atletico Madrid. As I pointed out to my brother last night when we were discussing it on the live stream, personal terms doesn't mean that a move has been done. It just means that the player has agreed with Atletico Madrid, yeah, I'd like to join you. That doesn't mean the move's going to happen because Arsenal have got to agree that. And from what I'm hearing, Arsenal are very reluctant at the moment to let him go out on loan. That's what Atletico Madrid would like. They would like a loan move. They don't want to include Thomas Partey in any deal. They're saying to Arsenal, we view Thomas Partey as a different type of player, and if you want him, you've got to meet that release clause. Arsenal reluctant, therefore, to make him go on loan. They're like, well, hold on, if we want cash for him as well. You want cash for Partey, we want cash for Torreira. And Arsenal also looking at it that, there's still clubs like Torino that are interested in him. We'd heard that Torino had called their interest on bringing in Torreira. But then there's some reports that Torino are still interested in getting him. Of course, Torino managed by his old manager from Sampdoria, so he'd be more than comfortable there. We know that Torreira, of course, loves it in Italy. That's where he was very homesick to go back to. So, I don't know. This one's still going to rumble on for me. There's no conclusion to this one yet. I agree. If that's the stance by Arsenal, I agree. If it's not part of a Partey deal, cash. Just like you want cash for Partey, we want cash for Torreira. Or get lost. That's what I'd be saying in, more articulate words. Get lost. How are you going to come and take our player on a loan and you're not prepared to do any deals whatsoever on your player unless they meet the release clause? All right, I get it with Atletico. They're saying that, he's still a very important player, Partey, for Atletico, and we're not willing to, we want to keep him, basically. We're not really willing to negotiate. We want Torreira with Partey. But there is a way for Arsenal to get this done, and it is to meet that release clause. And to do that, they need the money. And we know how Arsenal are running, especially with this pandemic. It's all self-sufficient. Sell players to buy players. And Torreira is a player of high value that we can get up to about £20 million or plus for. So obviously Arsenal would rather sell him. And I don't blame them. I mean, let's not give guys away on loan. Hold out and see if we can sell him. So I think this one's still going to rumble on a bit, but it's still, the links are there today. But him not playing last night told us all we needed to know. Interesting that Philippe Coutinho being linked again with Arsenal. At the start of the transfer window, he was like, the main guy being linked. It was Coutinho. Long before we were talking about Hossein Mawar and people like that, it was Coutinho being linked. That was from when he was playing still at Bayern. Now, reports out today that Arsenal's still interested in Coutinho and could make a move for him before the transfer window shuts. They're weighing up all their options on him. Barcelona, we've been told, want to keep Coutinho. He's figured for them already. Ronald Koeman trying to assimilate him into the team after his loan spell at Bayern Munich. However, Barcelona would be willing to let him go, but they want £64 million for him. Obviously, Arsenal not going to pay £64 million for Coutinho. That sort of money at the moment is just not there, and they're not looking to spend that. But Arsenal would love to take him on a loan deal, loan for a season, as we've seen lots of those deals happening. Could this one happen before the transfer window closes? Who knows? Who knows? Even Barca have having to be really trimming down their wage bill, really, trying to ship out certain players. We see they're trying to get rid of Dembele at the moment. They've just sold Semedo. They've been trimming. And Barcelona haven't been doing their usual mega spending. But I don't know, the fact that Suarez is going, maybe that's going to encourage them to be determined to keep hold of Coutinho. But Arsenal still plugging away. You never know with this one. As a loan deal, towards the end of the transfer window, you never know. It could be a possibility. Who knows? There could be some surprises before the transfer window closes. And I reckon some of those surprises could be in the form of loan deals. I really do see some of those sort of things happening. But, you know, obviously certain clubs are reluctant to do loan deals right now because they want to hold out and see if they can get as much money as possible for certain players before agreeing to maybe let them go on a season's loan. So Coutinho, I don't know. Still think it's Aouar and Partey that Arsenal have, you know, one of them two, hopefully two that they're interested in. But Coutinho, listen, I wouldn't say no if he came in. He's a great player. Thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to vote in our poll. Is he being treated fairly or not? Mesut Ozil. Let us know in the poll. Download the Flick app for free to vote in that poll. And also don't forget, we're going to be giving away the Arsenal home kit, away kit, and third kit on Flick. So get yourself involved and get involved in the chat. All the transfer talk on there today. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to check out all of our great content from yesterday's game. We had some great interviews. The watch along was really, really funny last night. It was great. Troops on form there. Make sure you check it out, and we'll see you tomorrow. It's Robbie here from AFTV. Don't forget to check out AFTV on Flick for all the latest transfer rumours, for all the information on Arsenal, for all the information on AFTV. You can check me there for Q&As on a regular basis. The link is in the description. It is free to download. Download it right now.